SnEaKy Nation, welcome back for some more Warframe. So this episode's going to be a little bit different than the typical episode so far in the series. I'm not going to be playing any missions, it's going to be kind of like an update within the series type of deal. And I've done some similar stuff earlier in the series, obviously not in a long time, but this one's going to be a little bit different anyway, and there are going to be some pretty big announcements attached to it, which you should be on the lookout for. I'm sure some of you will be excited about it at least. And this kind of ties into my channel as a whole, so I just want to give hopefully what's going to be a short little intro here before we get into the real bulk of what the video is going to be about. So, if you haven't watched my recent channel update videos, I've been talking about this a lot lately, but I'm not really happy with the way the channel's going right now. It seems like the channel is dying out, my YouTube channel here, and it just doesn't seem like a lot of you are interested in the content anymore. Like, I look at the likes I was getting on videos and even the views back in 2014 during the summertime, which was a year and a half ago, when I had probably like 3,000 subscribers at the time, and now I'm up to 15,000 subscribers and I'm getting less views on my videos, I'm getting less likes on them, less comments, and it just seems like a lot of you have disappeared, and I'm not sure the exact reason. I have some suspicions on what caused that, but I want to kind of address them. I have addressed them in the recent channel update videos I uploaded, which were, I did 2 of them within the last like 2 weeks, so if you haven't watched those, please do so. And I mean, you can let me know the feedback you'd provide to me in those update videos in the comments for this video. That'd be great too. But pretty much, we don't really have a strong community here, and I know that some of the reasons are probably the fact that I take long breaks at random times. Like, there have been at least 2 major times I can think of where I took off like a month straight without uploading any videos. I never gave any indication that I was stopping, and I never let you know that when I was coming back until like right when I was about to. And there have even been like weeks I've taken off without uploading anything, and even days in between videos, and I never let you know. And I know what it's like from your perspective as a viewer subscribing to a channel that you like, and you want to know when their content's coming. And if I find a channel and then I like going onto the channel every day, seeing if they upload a new video, if I go in there 3 days straight and I don't see anything, I start to get a little bit annoyed, and I just probably forget to check anymore after that, because I get tired of going on there because I just assume that they're not going to upload again for a long time and I don't know what it's going to be. I want to keep wasting my time going to look at the channel. So I know that probably put off a lot of people during the course of time and really hurt the channel, but I want to get this community to something strong, something that's actually worth having, something special. And we talked about a lot of different ways that we're going to do that in the channel update video. I mean, one of the ways is definitely just to watch the videos, to like them, click like on them, leave comments on them, start conversations with other people there. I mean, it's been helping a lot with the Twitch streams lately. Like, during a Twitch stream, it seems like the community becomes a lot stronger because you're actually chatting with people in real time. You're not trying to have conversations in comment section when you're not actually both there at the same time. You're like leaving a comment. It's kind of like going on a forum. You like post something and then you go back probably hours later after you leave work or something, or you go on, do something else throughout the day, and then it's just a really stretch out conversation. And it's just not the ideal way to do things if you want to build a strong community. So that's why I think Twitch works better than YouTube in that regard. And that's been helping out a lot. I know, believe me, I recognize a lot of you who are dedicated fans. You're in the YouTube comment section. I know you're watching the YouTube videos. I know you're watching live streams. I see you commenting on both sites. And I know that you're actually trying to put some effort into it, and I really appreciate that you enjoy my content. I do want to get more of you excited about my content too, and I also want to build a stronger SnEaKy Nation community here. That's why another thing we did was we actually created a Discord community for SnEaKy Nation. If you don't know what that is, it's a free app that you can download on your phone, your tablet, and your computer. And it's kind of like a combination between a TeamSpeak server and, if you're familiar with the Kick app on your phone, it has text channels, so you can go in there and like text chat with people. It's kind of like a forum in a sense, but it's more real time than a forum is really. And we also have voice chat channels over there too, so you can actually physically talk to some of the other people in the community if you like to. But it's just really a great experience. It's a lot of fun over there, and I notice a lot of you are actually pretty active over there. Like, I see Vampchick, I see Harmony, I see Phantom getting active, Screwy's active over there, and some other people a little bit active, but not as active as I like to see. But it'd be great if you went over there and joined. You can find a link in the description of this video, and I always post it in all my descriptions of all videos lately. So click the link, head over there, create an account, and again, it's completely free, and it's going to help us build a stronger community over here. And that's really the ideal situation here. I want to make a strong community. I want to have a really great fan base. and it's just really lacking right now. I'd like to see that change. That's why this is our big announcement here. So back in the day, I'm sure anybody who's followed the series remembers the SnEaKy Universe clan we used to have on PS4, and those were actually the glory days for me in Warframe, because we would always have like 20 people on a night, and the clan chat was always active. We had our inside jokes like #BlameSapper, and just we always had a lot of fun over there. And then once Destiny came out and took the activity of the clan away, it kind of killed my interest in the game to a certain extent. Like, it wasn't as fun anymore. Warframe's really not a solo game. It's more of a community game. You want to play with friends and everything. It makes it into a better experience. It's not meant to be a solo game. I mean, you can play it that way if you want to, but it's not really what it's designed for. So during a recent Twitch live stream, we had Phantom, who's one of our PC fans, suggest that we had a Warframe fan clan going on PC, and he said he'd actually lead it. Now, I've been talking about like trying to figure out something I wanted to do with the clan situation, and I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And then that kind of kickstarted something, because after he said that, then we had Crowdash, who was also on the Twitch live stream, say that he'd lead the Xbox One division. So we had two people who were completely willing to lead those two separate clans for me. I mean, I'm still going to be part of them. I still try to play the PC version a good portion of the time. The Xbox One's going to be a little bit harder too, because 3 different accounts is really difficult to manage at the same time on this game where there's so much grinding. But because they decided to do that, I decided to make a PS4 clan again, and we're going to try to get this one off the ground. And I think this was definitely a big part of the reason why we had a strong community early on the channel. I mean, compare it back then to what it is now, it's a night and day difference. It was a lot better back then. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of you have come on board since then, so I appreciate those of you who are hardcore fans now. But the overall channel just was better back then in terms of people actually being interested in watching the videos and showing support on them and whatnot. Alright, but anyways, in case you're not familiar, if you join a clan and you want to get in the clan dojo, which is the reason really to join a clan, you come into your foundry here and then you just build the blueprint. I don't normally advocate coming in here and using platinum to rush it, but that 10 platinum can be sacrificed for the greater good here. Okay? Alright, another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm going to be burning you into videos again. That's right, viewers are going to be appearing in videos again. That was something I used to do all the time earlier in the series, and then when I disbanded the clan, I started going to the solo thing. So when I'm online, I'm going to be recording a video, I'm going to be sending you messages and invites to my game, so be on the lookout for those. Alright, and here we are inside our clan dojo for the first time. We have Chewy up front and center, and Ash, I'm not sure what he's looking at, I don't think I want to know. But basically, when you first enter your dojo, this is the room you begin in. And then you can branch out from here, so there are 2 doorways, one on each side. And then you come up here, this is a node available. And then what you want to do when you first start out is definitely create hallways. You don't want to just put a room here, period, because you're wasting space like that. Like, if I were just to put 1 room here, then I put 1 room down here, there'd be 2 rooms in the dojo and that'd be it. But even if I put 1 room down there and then a hallway down here, I think that would still be a waste of potential space to take advantage of. What I'd actually like to do is on one side, start building a hallway and then branch off of that and put all the reactors in one area of the clan. I don't know exactly how it works. Like, I don't know if the reactors have to be within a certain proximity of the different rooms that it's powering up or whatever. But if not, I like to just have the reactors limited to one section of the dojo, and then the rest of it's where you actually want to go. Because these are dead ends, you can't really do anything in them anyway. I mean, it's kind of cool going in there for the first time and looking, but other than that, there's really no point to the reactors. But there are certain rooms that are going to be required. Like, for example, if we want to actually increase the maximum capacity for our clan, if we want more members to join, I think we have a maximum of 10 when we first create it. And then you have to come over here and build a Shadow Barracks. This one bumps it up to 30 max. Storm bumps up to 100. And then 300 for Mountain. And finally 1000 for Moon Clan. Now, the only problem with these, I mean, besides the fact that you have to actually put these rooms inside the dojo too, I think we'll also have like one hall or something dedicated just to those barracks. But the problem with actually increasing the capacity of your clan is the fact that the resource requirements go up with it. So, for example, one of the biggest benefits to having a clan is to get the clan dojo weapons. You like print out the blueprints and then you can also research them when the updates finally come out. People have to actually put resources towards having them available for everybody in the clan. And if you have more members in your clan, or if you have a bigger clan, like if you create a shadow clan, then the requirements to actually build the research so that people can start printing out the blueprint is going to be higher than it would be if we just left it like it is right now with 10 people. So that's something to keep in mind, but I don't think it's going to be a big issue. If we can get some really active people in here, I'd really like some people who'd like to actually lead the clan too. If you want to help me lead it and work on building it and whatnot. I mean, it's going to be really important that everybody that joins actually gets in on this process and starts contributing resources. I mean, I can contribute a lot. I have a ton of these resources. Like, just for example, let's take this mosaic garden. So, it requires 1,000 credits on the right-hand side, 800 nanospores, 800 ferrite, 10 plastids, and 1 forma. Now, the only problem there is really the forma. Everything else, most people who play this game on a consistent basis probably have a ton more than that. They have a ridiculous amount of those resources. Especially nanospores. I like have probably, I'm just throwing it out there, probably like 700,000 if not more than that. And then ferrite's very common. Plastids, 10's really not asking that much. I mean, if they're asking for 800 of that, then okay, now we're getting into some very shady territory here, DE. But the form is really the biggest problem. I mean, it's not really hard to build them, it's just very time consuming. And then they are of course limited, and you need one of them for each room that you actually build in here, so it gets to be a little bit annoying in that regard. But we have all kinds of different rooms that we can actually add to this clan. So we have these water gardens. These are basically just like transition rooms. They also allow you to add more rooms into one room. Like you can see just in the picture there that there are 4 doors. I mean, you can only see 2, but they're actually, the rocks in the middle there are leading to 2 other doors as well. So that creates a room of 4 doors. Obviously you have one room, one door that's branching out from wherever we are right now. We are eventually branching out there, so we have 3 rooms available with those. And then we can create this as however we want to. I like to do it really organized and neat. And then we also have an obstacle course for practicing parkour. We need to build all of these clan research labs too. Chem lab, bio lab, Orokin lab, Tenno lab, energy lab. All this stuff is important for getting all those clan dojo research weapons. And then we need an oracle to actually allow us to have those research facilities. And the dueling room. Yes, the dueling room. That PvP tournament, I remember. Never forget. Never forget. Alright, so these here are the... Yes, these are the hallways here. Alright, now, the Clan Great Hall is basically just a big room. It's not really... I don't think there are rooms that branch off of that. That's just something to add in here to make it a bigger dojo if you like that kind of thing. Alright, so... We want to start out with the straight hallway, and then we can like create a cross connector. It really depends on how big we want to make these hallways. Like, I don't want to make them huge or anything, but I do want to kind of make them bigger than this. This is actually very small, the cross connector. Like, you'd start out with the straight one, then attach it to that, and then connect one straight to each side of it. And then ideally have all those reactors branch off of there. Alright, well anyways, we'll start out by building a straight hallway here. Start build. The room was added successfully. Oh, now it's going to reload it? Interesting. Alright, so now you can see it's collecting materials. Basically, it's going to take a day for the room to be built. You can actually come on here and take a look at the progress. Alright, so this is where we actually come in here to donate, so to speak, all the resources it requires. So I'll just go in here and give it everything. I mean, I can spare, look at that. 100,000 salvage, not a problem. Oh, I was very close on my nanospore count, very close, 700,000. Very close, very close. 1,200 is really not much for that. 350 ferrite. Yeah, I still have a lot of that, 200,000. I mean, I need to start building a lot more weapons and whatnot, but I'm still going to have a ton of these resources left over. And then 1 forma. Still have 24 left. It's not a problem. So I'm going to contribute all those. Now, you don't have to come in here and contribute every single amount of this resource. You can come in and just give like 10 if you want to. Every little bit counts, really. Alright, so there we go. Now it's going to take about 12 hours. Obviously, it's less than that now because time's been counting down. And it's under construction, so eventually that hall will be built over there. And I guess down here we probably want to have another one. So we'll put another straight hallway. Actually, I'm kind of curious how long these cross connectors are. Key component and organizing your structure. Yeah, you know what? We'll put a cross connector to start out this one. I mean, that hallway down there, I want to make it pretty long. Just so people are not tempted to go down there. Okay, so we'll contribute all of these resources. 500 credits, 650 salvage. 1200 nanospores. Have to give up another form of damn it. It's alright, it's a worthy sacrifice, a worthy sacrifice. There we go, and then contribute. Alright, so under construction, 12 hours from now, we'll have those both built, and then, I mean, this is going to be a slow process. I mean, on this side, we already have 3 different ways that we can branch off of that connector. So, I'm thinking we're probably going to create, like, a hallway, probably a straight one, connected to those. Like, at least down to the right, and then to the left. I know with the SnEaKy Universe clan, we had it set up that you would take a right, and then the research labs were all down there, and then straight was leading to, I think it was, I think it might have been a parkour, like a Great Hall or something. And then to the left, it was leading down to the elevator that went to the 2nd floor where we had all the dueling rooms and whatnot. Alright, but that's not even all of it, so we come in here in the options, look at our decorations. We can place various decorations down. These all require different resources as well. And there's a lot of variety, so there's, just for example, the bronze Buddha statue, a bronze statue of an ancient figure, 500 credits, 300 ferrite, 130 alloy plates, 120 plastids, and 1 gallium. So that's basically just for cosmetic purposes. There are some things that we can put down that do have an actual use. Let's see if we can find them. All these bells, pretty cool. All these banners. All the drums. You can actually go up to the drums and activate them too, so it's like you're banging on them. Pounding on the drums. Koi pound. Storage crate. Shrine totem. Drums, rock sculpture. Incense container. Okay, trading post. There we go. Alright, so I know in our SnEaKy Universe clan we had the trading post located right in this first room. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, we got an Orokin catalyst built. Nice. Okay. I know it's off topic, but it just popped up on the screen, so I had to point it out. Alright, so yeah, trading post, the treasury, contribute credits directly to your clan or alliance vault. I believe this is, like, if you want to put credits into it so that people can come in here later when you're not online and actually use those credits towards building new structures and whatnot. That's the purpose for that, and you can either add it to your clan vault or your alliance vault. We might even be making some alliances with other clans too. We'll look at that in the future. It's kind of a shame because I was hoping that the alliances allowed you to join as many different clans into your alliance as possible, but it doesn't really work that way. There is a limit. I think it might be a 1,000 player limit in that alliance too. I could be wrong. Alright, but anyways, so yeah, we have all these different structures we can put down, so we'll put something down at least. Well, I mean, we can't do it today because it's going to take a day to build these. But we'll start the process. So I think in this first room, we're gonna, let's see. I'd like to have something nice looking in here. Something that's kind of like the center of attention. I believe the SnEaKy Universe clan had this one. Let's see. Yeah, this was like right in the center. I remember that. I want to do something completely different. I don't want to use the same exact structure that we had in that one. This clean's getting off to a fresh start. So again, these clearings are available for everybody to join that's serious about helping the community out, helping us grow, get it interesting again, so to speak. So contact either Phantom or Crow Dash or me, and I would really like to find somebody who would like to help lead on PS4. So if you are interested, if you're a common fan, if you're a hardcore fan, and you're always around all the time, you're always very active on Warframe, please let me know and see if we can make some stuff happen. So, I mean, we can just put anything basic in here, like, what's this? What's that look like? Alright, yeah, we could use one of these in here. I mean, we can always move the position later, I'm sure. So, like, just for now, let's put it in the center over here. Well, looks like about center. Place Nintendo banner. Alright, so it's placed successfully. Yeah, it looks like it's about center there. And then if we want to contribute resources, I'm sure we have to go in there, right? How does that work? Edit decoration. I don't want to move it just in case it moves. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is what you have to actually do to contribute the resources again for this to build. Now, I don't have any neurodes, so I can't actually start the entire process. But I can put in some. I mean, 500 credits, no problem. 200 rubido. Alright, 300 ferrite. By the way, if you haven't been showing up to our Twitch streams, it's been really great over there. I've been streaming every single day, and usually I do it around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is always in the description of all my videos. I typically post a YouTube video when I do go live to try to let people know that it's going on. I also post on Twitter, so make sure you follow me on there, follow me on Facebook, and also join our Discord community. That's a great community that we're trying to get off the ground. That's really helping build SnEaky Nation into a stronger community. We share it with SnEaky P's community as well, so we're trying to like create one huge SnEaky Nation community together. And it's like it's kind of like a combination of a TeamSpeak server. We have voice chat channels and also text chat channels, kind of like the Kick app if you're familiar with that on your phone or whatnot. Alright, but we'll contribute those. It's not going to actually begin because there's one neurode missing. So it does look like a very plain thing here. I mean, it's yellow. It's going to turn into an actual object once that neurodes is added and then the time frame goes by. And we can also place some other random things in here. Let's take a look. Kind of interested in seeing what we can do with this room. I mean, I kind of like the idea of putting a statue in here. Question is, what statue? Transporter creates a macroscopic temporal rift that will instantaneously recruit you to another. Oh, that's awesome for fast travel. I don't know if this actually existed last time I had a clan. That's really interesting. Alright, so the dragon statue. Alright, check this bad boy out. Yeah, check him out. Alright. So can we make him bigger and small? Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, whoa, nice. So that's the max size you can get up to. And then we rotate holding R1. Alright, there we go, there we go. This is pretty cool. So like we can have the dragon over here. Put him like right in the middle. Get right on that line, man. Okay, that looks about good there. Damn it. Alright. Place it right there. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then we'll have like another one over here, so it's... That is really cool. Alright, now we're going to go in here and check out the resource requirements. Hopefully we can actually start this one. Edit decoration. Press X to edit. Oh yeah, gallium, no problem. Gallium is actually one of the easiest rare resources to find. At least from my experience. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. Neural sensors are really easy. Orokin cells really aren't all that hard, but I'd say those are really annoying actually, yeah. Damn Orokin cells required for all those damn prime weapons and whatnot. Alright, so this one's actually going to begin now. There we go, there we go. Alright, so now it's blue and it's actually underway building. We're going to put another one on the other side. Okay, oops, not edits. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh, the dragon statue. Alright, so we got them in the same exact position there. Let me see. I don't know. They just don't line up when I pull them over here. Okay, like... That's right about where he should be. I don't know if he's gonna match up placement-wise like this, though. Alright, now let's compare how close they are to the wall. I mean, it seems like they're... I don't know if they're exactly the same distance. It kind of seems like this one's a little bit closer. We can come back in and edit this later, but this is just the basic idea of what I'm going for here, make it more precise. And we'll actually begin this process, we'll contribute all these resources, and we'll get this going too. Alright, SnEaKy Nation, so that's about it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed as always. Now again, I hope this is going to be the catalyst to actually build this into a strong SnEaKy Nation community. I really want to get to the point where I can feel confident saying that I have enough of a fan base, that they care enough about my content, that it doesn't matter what I upload, it's just they show up to the videos and the streams just because of me, they find me entertaining or whatever, instead of just necessarily showing up just because of the game or whatever. That's really my ultimate goal. Like, if I got to the point where you show up to watch a game that you don't actually like even a game you absolutely hate, you despise it, but you enjoy my videos enough that you find it entertaining enough that you would actually like it, then that's the ultimate win for me in the end. And I hope we can eventually get there, and again, I will be playing with viewers in the videos again. Some people actually suggested some very interesting video ideas that I think we could try to kind of do something more fun rather than the more serious nature, so to speak, that we typically go for in these videos. But be on the lookout for those coming soon, and I hope to see you there. Please remember to leave a like and favorite, show your support on the video. And if you're new, join us in SnEaKy Nation by clicking subscribe so you can watch more videos on Warframe in the future or even other games. I like to upload a different variety of games. Like, I like doing a lot of indie games, indie horror games. Obviously, Warframe is the biggest series on the channel, but I have a lot of variety going. I'd really like to try to get people to watch everything. That'd be absolutely amazing. But anyways, SnEaKy Nation, I will see you next time.